Hey everybody, this is going to be our Algebra 2 MRS22 Spring 2021 Growth and Decay with Time Interval Quiz Review. We've got 2 questions to go over, and hopefully they're helpful to you for your quiz later on. Please make sure you get to watch these and all, watch techniques, watch what has to be filled out and all, because this will be a template of what we're looking for our quiz. And of course, if you find this video helpful, because it's a YouTube video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, because I greatly appreciate it. And I've got a whole bunch of videos to do, so hopefully you'll get to catch all of them. All right, so we'll begin with this question. If an investment of $10,000 provides double the amount, doubles actually, it should be doubles, so already I gotta fix that, doubles to 20,000 every 17 months, how long would it take for the investment to reach a value of $100,000, round to nearest tenth of a month? All right, so again, I'm not trying to do these videos, and hopefully they're, well, I just want to get them on one take. So anyway, the formula we're going to use whenever we have a growth or decay over a time interval is going to be the following. It will be A of t equals a sub 0 times the base raised to t over k power. And so we know in this case a of t is the amount after time. It's the amount after certain time. Okay, a sub 0 is equal to our initial value. Our b is our base, and this will depend upon what type of changes are occurring. Here we see in this case our amount doubling, right? And our t value is time, it's really time passed. And k is going to be the time interval. Now, when I say time interval, it will be, in this case, how long it takes for the growth or decay to occur. And so it all depends upon each question. They're not going to be the same value. Sometimes we define the time interval. Sometimes we are given the time interval. In this question, we see the following. An investment of $10,000. That means our initial value will be $10,000. And it doubles to 20,000 every single 17 months. Well, every 17 months. Now, you might think in this case 20,000 is going to be a value we're going to be using. Instead, what comes down to is a doubling amount in this case means our base will be 2 because we're doubling our value. But it occurs every 17 months. Therefore, that's our K value. Now, we're not sure what the time's going to be because it says how long will it take for the investment to reach a value of 150,000. That means in this case our final value after a certain amount of time is going to be 150,000. All right. So I'm going to actually take all this information, kind of shrink it so we can make some space here for. All right. Make this smaller. Hopefully still visible on your screen. And we'll take this information here in the same way. Let me just shrink it, and then we're going to put it to the side, and then fill in our information here. So this right here, hopefully it's enough room. And so now let's fill in our information. Okay, so we see here the A of t is going to be $150,000. We're starting off with 10,000. Our base is 2. We don't know what the time is, so that's our unknown value, but we do know it occurs every 17 months. And this will be the important part of kind of filling into your formula. What's being filled in each time, right? Now, we see in this case the variable is an exponent, so we know we're going to use logs someplace. But before we use logs, we're going to divide both sides by 10,000. Because we want to get that base by itself. And so when we divide 150,000 by 10,000, we're going to get a value of 15. And 15 is equal to 2 raised to t over 17. Okay. Now, whenever we have problems that occur that deal with a variable as an exponent, we want to make sure we use logs, because that's how we use that power rule to bring the exponent down. So we're going to take the log of both sides. All right. So now we plug in 15 for log. So we have log of 15 is equal to the log of 2 raised to t over 17 power. Using our power rule, we bring this exponent down and in the front. So now our equation is going to look like log of 15 is equal to t over 17 times the log of 2. All right, now remember log 15, log 2, they're just numbers. A whole bunch of decimals, mind you, but still they're real numbers. And you can add, subtract, multiply, and divide them. And in this case, we're first going to divide both sides by log 2. I'm going to move this down a little bit here. And so from here, what we're going to do is we're going to get t over 17 is equal to the log of 15 divided by the log of 2. But again, we don't want to get t over 17, we want t by itself. And so to do that, we're going to multiply both sides by that 17, because the 17 is dividing the t. So I'll multiply both sides by 17. So we're going to get, in this case, t is equal to 17 log of 15 divided by log of 2. And this will give us how many months we have. Okay? So let's get to our calculator. All right? And so, again, we have the log of 15. So log of 15, and we can divide that by the log of 2, right? And then multiply that by 17. We could have done 17 times the whole thing, but that's okay though. We'll hit times 17. And we get 66.4 as the number of months it's going to take to be able to get to from 10,000 to 150,000 at this rate of doubling every 17 months. So our answer in this case would be t equals 66.4 months. Okay? All right, let me get this full page. You can see everything here. And so that's our first question. If you have to find time or in this case the rate or the k value, we're going to take the log of both sides. Okay. Now for our second question. A radioactive substance has a half-life of 38 minutes. If we start with 900 grams, how much is left after 3.5 hours? Round to nearest hundredth of a gram. Again, we use our formula. A of t is equal to a sub 0 times the base raised to t over k. Now, we definitely know that our starting value, we're told, is 900 grams. And we also are told this is a half-life. Half-life. That means when you see half-life, your base is going to be 1/2. If you see doubling, it means your base is going to be 2. All right? Now, how long it takes to double, or half in this case, is going to be 38 minutes. Our k value is 38 minutes. And the difference now is that we're trying to figure out, how much is left after 3.5 hours. So we know our time, but our time is not going to be 3.5 because our K values in minutes. So what we have to do is convert 3.5 hours into minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 3.5 and multiply by 60. So 3.5 times 60 minutes means in this case this is because of 0. This is a 3. 18 plus 3 is 21. Okay, one decimal. We have 210 minutes. And so now we're just filling into our value here. We're trying to find A of t. So A of t, with the amount after a certain time, we don't know, in this case, after 210 minutes actually, is going to be 900 times 1/2 raised to the 210 over 38. And the hard part is just kind of figuring out what goes where, what is each one, which item. And so now let's again get to our calculator. So we have 900 times 1 over 2, okay, that's our base. And we're going to raise this to, we said 210 divided by 38. And when we figure it all out, our calculator tells us we get 19.527 actually, 19.527 grams. And so that'll be 19.53 because we're going to be rounding off to the nearest hundredth of a gram. So that means our A of 210 is 19.53 grams. So a lot of the work is just to figuring out, in this case, what is which item, and then plugging into the correct place to get our equation here. All right, and so this one's not so bad, hopefully. All right, you got to figure out, identify first what we have and what we're looking for, and that's really helpful to figure out what will be the items that we're going to be using for our questions here. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our review. Again, if you found it helpful, please give it a like. And of course, if you want to watch it again, watch it again. If you have any questions or comments, please leave in the comment section below. Appreciate any input you have, and thankful that you guys were able to watch this and all. I will get into other videos. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe and turn on notifications. And look forward to seeing the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, everybody. Be safe.